So first time cutting with an antique pipe back. I sharpened it up, not fully, but I really want to see what it feels like when it cuts through different types of targets. And I have a comparison here to another 1845, but with a different type of blade that doesn't have the pipe back. So it'll be really interesting to see what it feels like. So far I've tried it on a couple of branches, and it definitely felt like the pipe back hit with more authority, but the other sword went through the target a little bit easier. So I'm really curious to see what this feels like. Well, no problems there. This is an easy target to cut though. Again, yeah, no problem. Cut right through. Crazy. So this is a little bit of a thicker branch. I'm going to use a pipe back. I'm going to do a little bit of a heavier cut, maybe from a St. George. So it'd be like a pair of riposte that you'd use in the system the 1845s were used with. But let's take a look and see what it does. Again, I got a feeling the other one's going to cut through a little bit better, but this has, and I wonder if it's like the pipe back where you're feeling the resistance. This just feels like it has a hefty impact on them. And I could be wrong because it's very early in the testing phases. Again, I could have sharpened it a little bit more, but I was just curious. So I'm in a St. George position here. Sword's above my head. I'm going to try to use the fingers and cut. Yeah, so no problem there. It got tangled a little bit on the other branch here, but you can see that's a pretty darn clean cut. So St. George, no problem cutting clean through. You can see where it impacted here. No difficulty cutting clean through a bone. Let's take a look at the other one. So here I've got this other one, and again, it just feels, there's something about it that feels a little bit more hefty in the cut. It's almost like the sensation of cutting with a kukri or like my yacht again, which it just has a little bit more oomph with it. So I'm going to make this cut a little bit lower. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? Maybe I'll just cut those off real quick. Okay. And I'll do the same thing. St. George and then a downwards cut. So that one didn't go through. That's interesting. I think you can see I kind of scooped it a little bit. There we go. So again, that's like a hardwood too. I think that's choke cherry, but yeah, interesting. So it feels like the pipe back is a little bit more solid against a hard target like that. Again, I don't know that it necessarily cuts better. They're about, like this one's maybe a little bit sharper, but it just feels like there's a little bit more oomph with the pipe back.